Good evening, America. Welcome back to another episode of Break the Machine podcast. Tonight, Blondie is in the house hanging with us. She's got a nice segment for you guys that we're gonna go over probably in the mid portion of the show. Um, really good. She's really delved into some information for all of you. As we've been doing lately, we've been having a little bit of health stuff, which is good, right? Like we should do these things, right? We have Blondie. She's our in-house nurse. We want to make sure that we can make sure she can give out information as it comes in, and she's always on top of stuff. So tonight should be a really good show with some really good information for you all from her. And we'll get going shortly. I'll bring her in, guys. I want to reiterate the what do you call it, the movie night the other night was absolutely fantastic. We had a pretty good turnout. It was really cool. We had some people that have just joined our family recently come and chill with us into the Discord. It was pretty cool, pretty good night. I enjoyed Superman 2025. I don't know how everybody else did, but I did. Could have did some things with it, but it was really good. Want to thank Jonathan once again for putting that on. It was crystal clear. The sound was absolutely fantastic. So we had no issues whatsoever. I want to apologize for Monday night for those of you that actually hung around and we started like 45 minutes late because of some tech issues. So once again, thank you for all of you that actually stayed and come to hang with us and whatnot. Tonight we were able to get ourselves uh, kicked off on a good time, so it's pretty good, pretty good. Um, yeah, so I guess Jonathan rigged a new media server for all this stuff, so that's good. So just if you guys are in the chat and you actually will watch the movie, make sure you thank him for that. So without further ado, let's bring Blondie in. What is going on, Blondie? How you been?
Hey, hey, I've been good. How are you?
That's good. It's good to see you, hon.
Good to
We
see
got
you.
wow, we got Cass. What is going on? We got people just like jumping in. What's going
Nice.
on, Cass? It's good to see you, honey. Victoria, it's good to see you. Rogue Nina, it's good to see you. Um, it's good night. It's good. Should be a good show tonight.
Awesome. Good to
We're
see
gonna get into
everybody.
some
Everybody's
news.
here.
Yeah, everybody's here. We're gonna get into some news like right away. If you guys have been actually paying attention to what was going on in Texas, there was an ICE facility that got shot up, and again, authoritarian left with their violence. It just seems to like never stop. And I'm gonna follow up with this later on in the show after Blondie segment with something that the administration is doing. But we got Cass says it's good to see you. And whatnot. So, can everybody see the chat this time? The chat is moving. Everything is good. Monday, the chat didn't connect with you guys and stuff like that. So, I hope everybody can see the chat on the screen. So, let's get into it really quick. This is actually from the Daily Caller. This was from today. If you guys are paying attention, this happened earlier today. It's sad. This is Texas ICE facility shooter has been identified. The deceased shooter, who killed at least two people at an immigration and customs enforcement facility on Wednesday, has reportedly been identified as 29-year-old Joshua John. The shooter was found dead from a self inflicted gunshot wound at the scene near the Dallas facility and left anti ice written on his bullet casings. Officials previously said. NBC News and the New York Post reported that the suspect's name, citing law enforcement sources. This morning, just so if you guys don't know what happened, says this morning, just before 7 a.m. local time, an individual fired multiple rounds at a Dallas, Texas ICE facility, killing one, wounding several others before taking his own life. FBI, DHS, ATF are on the ground with Dallas PD and state authorities. That was this morning. It's just the shooter fired indiscriminately at the ICE building, including at a van in the Sally Port where the victims were shot. The Department of Homeland Security said in a Wednesday statement, adding that 3 victims were detainees. So he didn't even hit anybody in ICE. He killed some people that he was these morons. John was arrested in 2016 and charged with delivering marijuana felony, according to Texas Department of Public Safety records. He pleaded guilty and served 5 years of probation. The Dallas facility where Wednesday's shooting occurred is a building for enforcement removal operations, the sub-agency of ICE that conducts arrests and deportations. 2 victims were wounded in the shooting, have died, though no law enforcement officials were hurt, officials said. Blondie, I don't even know what to say. It's just like this just seems to be never ending with this shit.
This makes me think about Andrew that, is in jail right now for inciting stuff. He actually told people to go to the Texas Capitol and go shoot people. Maybe that kid saw his videos. I mean, that shit went viral. It was all over everywhere. I mean, that's kind of how everybody got involved in it. But maybe Andrew was part of Antifa. Who knows? I mean, honestly, who the fuck knows?
Yeah,
It's crazy.
but this goes beyond that dipshit that's in jail right now. This is just an ongoing thing
Oh,
with the
absolutely, but
left.
it's because of people like him that and,
Correct.
the politicians and the news, everybody, they
Yeah.
wanna say, "Oh, Jimmy Kimmel, they were having talks and all this." You know, a lot of people don't know this, but an ABC studio in Sacramento was just shot up over the weekend
Yes. Yeah.
before they
That
reinstated his show, so that's why
correct.
ABC hasn't pulled his show is because they're absolutely terrified that they're gonna keep getting shut up, although according to California law, he was released after he shot them up. He was released from jail, and as soon as he left, the feds picked him up. But still,
Yeah.
if there's one of him, then there's this guy going to shoot up somebody. There's Andrew. I mean, there's all these people. They keep inciting violence every day. We keep seeing it. Unmask the ICE agents. All these things.
Yeah. They're
They're
not that
inciting
ICE.
terrorism. It's
ICE
scary.
isn't even going to comply with that shit, California. I know what you're talking
Well,
about.
federal
In
law
California,
trumps state law, so they can fuck
yeah,
off, and I
yeah,
would just be like, "Well, I'll get COVID and die, so I need my mask."
yeah. That's not even. The federal agents are just going to tell the state of California what to go do with themselves,
Right.
like they continue to do right now. And they're going to continue to do their jobs. Uh, Again, this is all coming from the left. They want
Yeah.
to they port they always call us violent, but we're not the ones that are shooting up places. We're not the ones that burn down cities. We don't
Literally said
destroy people's
anti-ice
properties.
etched into the bullet, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like, it's
it's
the
not us.
left.
It's them, and it's just a disaster. They keep, hey, General Mills, what is going on? It's good to see you, brother. Uh, yeah, and the authoritarian left. There is no coexisting with them. As you guys know, those of you who've been watching now since the assassination of Charlie Kirk, you guys know where I stand. I will give no play to any Marxists ever. They pop up in my chat. The mods know what to do, okay? Because
Yeah.
they're not going to get any burn from me whatsoever. I'm not giving them a voice on my channel ever again.
No.
It's just not, because it's just not. I'm not. I don't want to. I don't want to go. They don't want to coexist with me, so I don't want to coexist with them. With that said, okay, we saw with the assassination of Charlie Kirk that a lot of people who were in the middle, and who were moderate, were walking away from the left and saying, we don't want to be part of that. Those are the people that I will dialogue with, right? Because now they're seeing with their own eyes, finally, okay, that it's it's their side that is the absolute worst, okay, and the
Right.
violent side, and they don't want to be part of it. So those people I will continue to dialogue with. But the authoritarian left that wants to take us out, and they keep doing what they're doing, and they keep freaking not only shooting up places, glorifying the death of someone, and cheering it and everything like that. I don't want anything to do with those people. You just can't like you're right, Cass. You can't coexist with evil. There is no coexisting with them, with these people. But again,
No unity
there
with
is a
terrorists. No.
yeah, there is, again, there is a portion of the left, like I said, the people who were moderate and in hiding, okay, and now since Charlie's death, it has caused a lot of people to walk away, and that's okay. A lot of younger people, and that's the people that we need to reach, is the younger people,
Exactly.
to deprogram them of the crap that they're getting from their schools, from elementary school straight through college. And that is what I enjoy seeing, is the Christian revival that's going on in this country, and is being led by younger Americans, and I'm happy about that. That brings me joy to see that. Okay, and it unfortunately took the assassination of someone like Charlie Kirk for that to happen, but a lot of these young kids. Okay. I don't know if you like, I mean, because you're more on Twitter right now. Unfortunately, we're missing you on the gram. Hopefully we'll get you back. But I don't know if you've seen how, like, Charlie Kirk's socials since his
Oh,
assassination have went
yeah.
through the roof.
So the applications for new Turning Point chapters is over 120,000 now.
See, I didn't even know
I
that number.
mean,
I knew the
so
last
think
number
about
I
it.
had was like 70 grand.
Before he died, there was less than 4,000 chapters. His goal for Turning Point was 20,000 chapters. The
Right.
next day, there was 35,000 applications for new
Right.
chapters. Now, a week, however many days
Did
later,
did
up to over 100,000 new chapters. I mean,
did
that's fucking
did you
amazing.
hear what the state of Oklahoma did?
Yes, they are now implementing that into their
Every
entire
high
school
school,
system. I love
every
that.
high school is going to
Yes,
have a Turning Point chapter. That is amazing. Okay?
I
That is
love that. Like,
absolutely
that is
amazing.
what it
That
needs
is
to be.
yeah,
Exactly.
well, they pushed, they went and poked the freaking bear, all right? And the bear is coming back the way we know how to do things, right? Is to just do things. Okay? We don't
Right.
need to get violent. And I'm not preaching any violence. You guys know that, all right? What I will tell you guys to do is one, don't fall into the trap with their violence, because that's what they're looking for. They're looking for us, okay, to be out of pocket about shit, okay, and engage with them violently. That's what they're looking for. That way they can point us out, and you know how it is that the Marxist state
Oh, yeah.
media and our government will come down on us faster than they do on them.
But
What I will say is, you guys must protect yourselves, okay, at all
yes.
costs. All right, don't go looking for it, but if it comes to you, you make sure you handle your business to protect your families and protect yourselves. That is a must, no matter what. So
Although, thinking, looking back at everything, which I wish I had my Facebook because all of my pictures are gone, but I'll never forget when my ex-husband came home from Afghanistan. The Westboro Baptist Church, which was at Charlie Kirk's funeral, by the way, protesting. I'll never forget, down in Nashville, they were protesting a soldier that had died overseas, and they were out there protesting this guy's funeral. So
I remember
beforehand,
something. I don't
all of
remember
us
who the
got
church was.
together.
It was them. I remember that it being
It
in
was
the news.
Westboro Baptist Church, yeah, so
Okay.
it was over 500 motorcycles we had down there. We all fucking lined up the streets. You
Hmm.
could not hear those fucks. So, there are
Good.
ways to fight back and shut these people the fuck up because I'm sorry, you were not gonna stand out there and protest a dead soldier's funeral. You'll have to
Amen.
it'll be over all of our dead bodies. And
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking about guys that have done several combat tours, they're no, I don't fucking think so. And like that's stuff I tell my son Jackson about, my oldest son, because he was there with us that day. I was like, you were, you're part of history. Like, everybody wants to be scared and it's like, oh, they're out there protesting, like, let's not waste our time, which I get that, but I'm at the point right now where, they have a No Kings protest coming up. Like I say, we all go get fucking Burger King fucking crowns. We get Charlie Kirk on all of our fucking loudspeakers. We get a fucking bunch of bear mace, a bunch of fucking shit. And like, what are they gonna do? If there are way more of us than them, just like the
Yeah.
day I'm talking about. I mean, that was amazing to see all those soldiers come together, all those families saying, listen, not only are all of our sacrifices not going to be in vain, but you are not going to sit out here and protest saying, thank God for dead soldiers.
I remember that.
Absolutely not.
I
It's
didn't realize
fucking
it was that church,
disgusting.
but I remember when that happened, and I remember that there was like a huge counter protest to that. It's good to know that you were part of that, Blondie.
I wish
But
I had my
again, you
pictures. God, it makes me
you
so
you
mad.
have you have like you're again you were a wife of a man, okay, of a soldier that had been deployed multiple times, so like you were in it, right? So I get it. But I didn't even
Yes.
I remember when that happened. I absolutely remember when that happened. But we're actually we're actually winning right now, okay?
We
This
are.
revival in the nation of not only Christianity, of patriotism that's coming. It's again, I'm joyful because it's coming from the youth, right? Like we're older, so we're already where we're at, okay? Because we already have our our hangups, our beliefs, and all that
Exactly.
other stuff. We're ready,
Right.
so it's good to see this younger generation going to listen to some of the things that Charlie was talking about, realizing, okay, that the people on the left that they were following are all full of shit, okay, and they're
Right.
now at a point where they, hey, thanks Don for the follow, appreciate it. Uh, did I miss any follows, Jonathan? While I'm yapping over here. We've actually, I don't know if did you check our follower count, Blondie, on the channel?
I don't think I have. I know the one night you guys had a bunch of viewers when you had
Eddie Crocker.
yes.
But
Yeah.
let me tell you that since that day, last Friday, we had It's like 187 on the channel, right? A total of like 200 and something because of people who followed my user account back in the day, right? Before the channel was, what do you call it, made, right? The channel is at like 343 followers or some shit like that. It's
Nice.
crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's hang on. Let me see.
It's
344
it's
because
like
we
the
just
night we
got the
got
Don.
raided, it kinda, like, changed it all for us in a way, you
Yes.
know what I mean? Like,
It did.
fuck the algorithm and said, "Fuck you, we're you're
Yeah,
not gonna
I
keep us
know.
down."
Yeah, no, no, it's actually, it definitely has, okay, changed. Um, it's been since the raid, we've gotten new people. We're kind of joined together with another family and whatnot of viewers and stuff like that. They've been coming over here. Cass is hanging out with us, and she's from the Yankee Free Devilishly Angelic crew over there and stuff like that. And she
Nice.
mods for a whole bunch of people. And now she comes and she hangs out with us and stuff like that, to listen to what we're talking about and everything. So that's pretty dope. All right, so we are going to get into Blondie segment. All right, because Blondie has some great information on Tylenol and whatnot that she delved into it. She busted her ass today because she wanted to come on and talk to you guys about this, and I'm gonna let her run with it and stuff like that. And I will bring up you said page 8, right?
Yeah, so I kind of wanted to just bring this to everybody's attention, so we have, they just released, the press release and everything for, the Tylenol use in pregnancy. And I feel like not a lot of people knew this. And
Hmm.
and it's really interesting, even like on X today, I've seen doctors saying, like, I was pregnant and I'm a doctor and I've never heard of this. So it's
Really?
really interesting that even doctors don't know about this, which I mean, I guess I really didn't either. I've always sort of known it, like as far as, liver issues and stuff like that. But
Yeah,
why,
right.
I guess the
I think a lot of us
connections,
knew about the liver
right.
issues,
Yeah.
but
But I mean, typically it was never like, only if you would use so much of it, right? So like
right.
that's why, things like Percocet and stuff like that that are mixed with Tylenol. It used to be where you could get like 7.5 milligrams of Tylenol with the, narcotic, but then it was lowered to only 5 milligrams because they realized that more than that was messing up people's livers.
Right.
But anyways, so this study was actually published in 2019.
Is it okay to bring it up so everybody can see?
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Okay.
you can bring it up. But so, the studies are, they're really complicated to read. So we'll put it in the chat as well. But I just want you guys to kind of just know that, this information was out there beforehand. And so this study when it studied groups of mothers that were pregnant and they took acetaminophen as well as ibuprofen, antibiotics, and antidepressants. And overall, so in this, we're down at the bottom of the page there where it says interpretation. So they are showing there was actually previous studies done as well, already showing that there are correlations in acetaminophen with behavioral problems and ADHD, as well as any diagnoses on the autism spectrum. And the basis for those was they used, like, behavioral questionnaires and those sorts of things that they use in school. So, like, the ISDs they use in school and also, like, the parent questionnaire. So, and then it also includes different components. So, like, if it was given for, fever and things like that. And then also, you know, um there like during labor and delivery, there's certain, pain medications that are given and things like that. But it includes when mothers are breastfeeding as well. So I think that's another thing people don't realize is so when you're pregnant, not everything that you put into your body goes to your baby. So there is a blood-brain barrier that happens there. And in certain medications, that does happen. And when it comes to acetaminophen and NSAIDs, so the non-steroidal drugs, which is your ibuprofen, your naproxen, those sorts of things, any sort of use of that during pregnancy, it constricts the the veins and the arteries around the kidneys and the livers of and the liver of and it'll be for the mother and the
Keep
baby
going,
as
keep going, honey. Hey, Scoop, what's going on? Sorry, just want
well.
to
Okay,
acknowledge him.
sorry. Okay, what was I saying? Um,
Sorry,
Crap, I just lost my train of thought. Okay, shoot. Okay.
you were doing the
Okay, so if
interpretation.
you're okay, so then it's sorry, it's like a just okay. Okay, so it constricts the arteries and all that around the liver and the kidneys. So okay, the reason that's so not like the reason that's not good, especially in the last trimester of pregnancy, is because babies are producing most of their own amniotic fluid from their kidneys. So
Hmm.
if you're taking acetaminophen or you're taking Motrin, it's constricting that, and you're not getting the baby's not having as much amniotic fluid. So that could be like lower birth weights. It could, there's a whole list of things that can happen. But the main and also other than the liver issues, there's an antioxidant called glutathione, which
I was
it
just
is
about to ask you about that.
okay. So yeah, it's sorry, there's a lot of different components to this, and I just want to
Hmm.
kind of break it down for people.
Right on.
But okay, so the glutathione, so if someone takes acetaminophen or and a lot of any sort of acute immune reaction will cause a decrease in the glutathione. And that could also be caused from vaccines as well, right? Because we know what is one of the most common, you know, the whole point of a vaccine is to give you an immune response. That's literally
Correct.
the whole point of it. So, and especially in a baby or a pregnant person, that acute immune response, whether it's from a fever or whether so, if you go and get a vaccine and now your baby, say you take your baby to go get its, 3 month shots. So what's the what, one of the most common side effects from vaccines is fever. So then what does your doctor tell you to give your baby? Tylenol.
Tylenol.
So then that's basically a double whammy of losing that antioxidant. So that's why they say for pregnant women, to take the vitamin D, vitamin A, because that will it kind of helps to supplement to regrow, to restore those antioxidants. But like I always tell people, consult your doctor. You know, some people sometimes it is indicated for use with pregnant women or baby. If your doctor says this is what you need to use, then trust your doctor, go get a second opinion, do your own research. I always suggest, there are studies out there. This is not the first study. This won't be the
Yeah.
last study. You
To
know,
to be, I just got to make it clear to both YouTube and Rumble, we are not giving medical advice.
no,
Good.
nope, we're not giving medical advice, but like I tell people, my job is to give people the information
Correct.
and you make, and seeing these women literally putting Tylenol into their bodies in spite of Trump
Oh,
is insane. I actually saw a video. There is a lady who is 6 months pregnant. I don't know how much Tylenol she took. She's now in a coma. She's in
oh
liver
my
failure.
goodness.
She is actually in liver failure, and she's not
From the
expected to
videos?
live.
From these
Yes.
videos?
Yes, some
Are you
girl that
serious?
I don't know the truth to it. I don't know the whole details or anything, but
Holy shit.
I mean, people wanna think it's like, Bobby Kennedy or Trump, like, Mount Sinai did their own studies, Johns Hopkins has done studies.
Right.
Tylenol, for whatever reason, hasn't done their own studies, which doesn't make any sense, but maybe they
Oh,
should.
didn't they post have something from 2017? It's like we don't recommend any of our products for pregnant women
Yes, exactly,
on Twitter?
exactly. Yeah, and everybody's been having a field day with it. I mean, I think even the White House put it on Twitter, like Trump pointing down to the thing,
Yeah.
like they what them saying in 2017. And now they're saying that that's not now they're saying that they don't agree with that.
Right. Who
So that
Tylenol is
doesn't make
now?
any sense. What did you say?
Yeah. That the Tylenol people are saying that?
Yeah, now they're backtracking saying
Of course they are.
we don't know why we, or I
Yeah.
can't even remember what it said, but like we don't know why we never said it wasn't okay to take during pregnancy or something.
Yeah, the internet is freaking forever. It is it's you put something out there out on the internet, even if you take it down, someone has already got a snapshot of it. What is going on, Cowgirl?
Oh,
Good to see you, Tooth
exactly.
Fairy. Yeah, it is forever. Anything else from that study you want to add?
Um, no, But I mean, so if you guys actually look at the study at the end, I'm not
I
really
put the
going to go
links, by the
over.
way. I put the links in both the
Okay.
YouTube and Rumble chat for anybody to just click on it if they want.
But so yeah, the study, it does show that with people that take especially antidepressants, the children have the most risk for behavioral issues and autism, those sorts of things. So it really is interesting. And I hope, we know now that RF, Bobby Kennedy, he's kind of digging into the SSRIs and all of
That's
that. So
that's
maybe
good.
this would
We've
be an
talked about
interesting
that on this
aspect.
show. You and I
Yeah.
have talked about this at length, so like I
Yeah.
agree. I'm so glad that they're looking into that.
Yeah. So, but this would be another aspect to look at is, the effect of actual SSRIs on, on pregnancy, because I mean, there's babies that are born where they,
Hmm.
it definitely affects them. It is like a withdrawal in a way.
Right.
So, but yeah, but no, this is, but yeah, that's really all I wanted to go over about the study. But I just, I want everybody to just know that this is published information. There's also other studies done in several other countries show, also reiterating the same exact findings. So,
Right.
but always discuss it with your doctor. And like I also tell people, not there's also alternatives to, like, treating a fever, sometimes a small grade fever isn't always a bad thing. Like, it's
Right.
your body's working, your body's doing what it
Correct.
needs to do.
It's doing the natural thing
Exactly.
that it's
We don't
supposed
have
to
to
do
take a
when
pill for every little ache
correct.
and pain or every little thing. We don't
Let me,
have to take a
let me
pill.
ask you a question because
You know?
I brought this up. I actually had this discussion with my brother, who's a doctor, who's a physician, and we both kind of agreed that with the introduction of antibiotics in particular, okay, and the overprescription of antibiotics for absolutely
Yeah.
everything, that it has actually slowed our immune systems down. What do you think? You think there's some validity to that? That like doing the natural thing that it's supposed to do with natural antibodies and stuff like that to fight infections and whatnot. Do you think that the overprescription over the decades now, okay, of antibiotics has do you just what is your opinion on that? Do you think that has something to do with it?
I think so too, yeah, because it definitely messes with your immunity, and I mean, I remember having patients where they had been on so many kinds of antibiotics that nothing would even really treat them anymore. And then
Right.
that's where you get into issues because then,
Correct.
your body, that's people become septic and stuff like that. So at that point, what antibiotics will work? And when you're
Right.
treating sepsis, that's some of your most, it's
Yeah.
a whole different range. It's like several different kinds of
It's a whole
antibiotics.
it's a whole protocol, okay, that you have to
Exactly.
go through
Yes.
when it comes to sepsis, right? You go through a whole
Exactly.
litany of antibiotics until you find one that works.
Yeah, it's a very stringent, like, protocol they have for certain medications, for certain types of sepsis, because it's very critical thing, like, if it's
Correct.
not treated within so long, like,
Oh yeah.
it will be fatal.
Yeah, like instant. It's almost like I
Yeah.
mean, the people
Oh, yeah.
crash fast when you don't catch sepsis fast enough and stuff like that. People will crash. I mean, it obviously happens. Um, so yeah. Again, I had this discussion with my brother, and he kind of agreed with that. He was like, "Yeah, it's like you really shouldn't, you know." It's why. Hold on. Tooth Fairy said, "Tooth Fairy, we've seen you in the chat before. I know you were following Red Day Walker and whatnot, and you came over to come hang with us. So we appreciate it. We know you're not a foe." uh, yeah, peppermint oil does. I've heard that she says peppermint oil does wonders for headaches too.
Yeah,
Um,
see, like, just if there's always, I'm not saying it works for everybody. I mean,
right.
if your headache's that bad and you decide, "Okay, I wanna take a Tylenol,"
Again,
I mean,
Blondie is not giving medical advice. She's just giving you information for you to
yes.
research on your own.
Did somebody say I was giving medical
No,
advice?
no, 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 no. Just
Oh.
how fucking YouTube is, and
Oh,
Rumble will
yeah,
do the
yeah,
same thing.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nope, just giving
even though
information.
Rumble's free speech, they'll do the same thing.
But
No, it's
yeah,
good though.
so
It's
that's I
good.
mean,
I'm glad that we have our own in-house nurse, okay, who can bring you guys some information and get you guys thinking and just go do your own research on things, right? Because in the end, your health is your own responsibility. I hate to say it like that. Okay, it is your responsibility to find the right practitioners and providers, and like she said earlier, if get a second opinion if you feel you have to. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't feel obligated not to get a second opinion regardless of what it is that you might be going through. Okay,
Exactly.
because the second opinion might have something different that they're going to do. There's nothing wrong with it, stuff like that. So just in the end, your health is up to us, right? Like, you guys know my story, right? I still am morbidly obese. Okay, by standards I'm absolutely morbidly obese. All right, I've lost over 100 pounds in a year because I just changed my nutrition, okay, and just started exercising. I mean, I still eat like shit. I'm not gonna lie with some stuff. There's just some shit I'm never gonna give up, okay. But like, I changed the way I eat, right? And then I started exercising, and now I'm back to freaking CrossFitting again, and I feel fantastic, all right. And it's just like, it's awesome. So we have to take care of ourselves, fam. And simple things, again, like just diet and exercise. You'd be surprised, okay, how much it will make, how much better you feel, all right, when you just do those two things first. And that's something that's not taught, and I wish they would, about nutrition. They don't really spend much nutrition in any kind of, it doesn't even matter, just doctors. Like you mentioned this about nursing, they don't even get into that shit. You have to
Well, that's because now they
specialize
just
in.
wanna give Ozempic to everybody. Why,
I know,
you know,
I know.
unless though, but like I still tell people, if you ever go get bariatric surgery, you have to undergo a psychiatric evaluation.
Correct.
So to get your
Correct.
stomach stapled, you have to get because it's a psychiatric condition. If you're not gonna change your lifestyle, your eating
Correct.
habits, no doctor's
Correct.
gonna waste their time doing that.
Oh,
Think of Doctor Now. He tells people you have to
Blondie,
lose this much weight, this much
Blondie, I
weight.
don't want to tell you how many times that was recommended for me.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sure.
All right. My doctors were like, have you considered this? And I'm like, yeah. I was like, no, I haven't even considered it once. I have people in my family that have done it. Okay. And they're still fucking fat as shit because they think that just because, I got my stomach stapled, or I put a band around it, all right, that now I can just do whatever. That's not the way it works. I was like, I
It's
refuse to do it
not.
that way. I was like,
It's
I'm gonna grind it out. My doctors actually appreciated it. Once they recommended it and I told them what I was gonna do, they were like, "Hey, you got a plan? Stick with it.
right.
You're trying to do it the right way. It's, as long as you're doing it the right way and you're being healthy about it, that's all we care about." So
Yep.
again, but I don't want to tell you how many times it was recommended to me, and by my standards of how heavy I was, like, any doctor would have recommended it. Have you thought about doing this? And I'm like, yeah, it's never even once crossed my mind ever, to even do it and stuff like that. So, and same thing with Ozempic, right? It's been recommended to me. I was like, no, I'm not going to jab myself with that. Just not going to do it. I'm going to try to do it the right way. It's going to suck, right? But I'm going to embrace the suck, okay, and just
Yep.
freaking roll with it. It just, you feel so much better about yourself. Like, I got crushed in my workout today, all right, and I just was fucking sucking ass. But I got home, took a shower, and I feel fantastic right now. Just knowing that I was
It
able to
worked
have
out.
the determination, okay, to just go work out. you know I mean, I got an ultimate goal, that where I want, not only where I want to be, but some things, some competitions that I want to do. All right, but I got to get the physical right before I can get some of the other stuff right, and everything.
Definitely.
So it's going to take me some time, but again, I got a clean bill of health from the VA in my heart. That was one of the biggest things that had me worrying. Up in freaking New York, they had me thinking that I had, coronary artery disease, the way they were doing things. I come down to where I live now, finally get them to, we went through the steps, right? Had a nuclear stress test, had freaking all kinds of, echoes and all this other stuff and everything. Just did it all right. And then finally, I'm just like, can I just get a CTA, please? Can we just, that's the next step. If you guys telling me that you think I have coronary artery disease, then the next logical step is, can I just go get a CTA and see where everything's at? I'd like to get a calcium
Right.
score, and again, nothing. Right. So it was just like, I get down here to where I'm at now, and like my cardiologist is like, I don't see I'm looking at you, I'm looking at the notes, okay. I don't see where they could have come to that conclusion. Now I understand, because of your weight and everything, that's an assumption, right? But that's all it is an assumption. So how about I'm going to put in a brand new echo for you. Okay. Let's do that first. I don't think you need another stress test. All right. You already had
Okay.
one within the year. I'm not going to put you through another one. All right. And then let's get you a CT. So I did the echo. She's like, all right, look, your ejection fraction is a Blondie. My ejection fraction is at 70%.
Oh,
Okay.
great.
You know
There
what
you
I'm saying?
go.
So I was like, so she was like, I don't see where. Okay, she was like, all right, hang on, let's go. Now I can put in for the CTA. I did it. My
Right.
calcium score came back a big fat 0,
Wow.
and I was just like, okay.
A
Once I
lot of
got that,
doctors just assume things. Like, I feel like a lot of doctors just
yeah,
don't they'll just generalize something or just like and it's I don't know. It's really kind of concerning these days.
it is.
Really just don't know.
Yeah, it is. But it's again, it's the older doctors actually like my brother's constantly studying. He's been like that since he was a kid, though. Like he, when he wants to learn something, he learns it. Period. And
Mhm.
stop. So he's like, bro, I gotta constantly learn. I don't wait to do my classes that I'm supposed to do every year and stuff like that. I do shit on my own. Okay. And I gear my knowledge to I'm an internist, okay, and I work in a hospital environment, okay, and I gear my education towards making sure that I can freaking take care of my patients, all right, when they
Right.
come to me. So that's the way it has to be. But again, like finally, like I said, the CTA comes back and I'm fine, right? And she's like, you're at like super low risk for, I don't know where they got all of this stuff. And I'm looking at it, okay, the results, the readings, what the doctors are saying, you're good. And that's when I decided, okay, I'm gonna ramp up my exercise now. All right. Now, because I was fucking worried I was gonna have a heart attack. I was like, if I
Yeah.
go out, am I gonna freaking have a coronary in the middle of a run or the middle of a walk? You know what I'm saying? It's like a high powered walk. I'm gonna have a fucking heart attack. They had me scared, petro. But come to find out that, you know, hey, listen, it's not that I'm not at risk because of my weight. It's just that taking the proper steps and actually getting the testing that I finally
Right.
was able to get them to freaking do showed that I was in a better shape than I thought. So like I said, I just ramped it up
Yeah.
and stuff like that and
Well,
getting crushed now.
see, and they want people to be overweight because then they can give them a bunch of blood pressure medications. They can
Yeah.
give them, if they're type 2 diabetes
Yeah.
or, pre-diabetic, they can give them
Yeah.
metformin, they can give them so
Yeah.
it's just a pill mill basically for
Yeah.
being overweight, it's just a lot easier
Yeah.
than telling
My
somebody to go
last
exercise.
what was my
That's why
last
it's always
statements.
like the nurses that tell people to, I remember when it was, like, really overweight nurses, they'd be telling people, "You need to be changing what you're eating and stuff," and it's like, how can you really give that sort of advice to people if you're not really taking it yourself?
Oh, yeah, no, that's always the best, right? When you have some freaking like the
I always
person
hated
who's
those
leading
people.
the thing, like the transformer that was running the HHS, the last administration was just a big land whale telling people about their health. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah,
Like, why
seriously,
would
like, you're
why
the
should
last
anybody
person, and
ever
I'm gonna
take
take
advice from someone who's delirious? Okay, they think
exactly.
that they're a woman when they're not, and then they're fat as fuck. Why would anybody take it? I would never give anybody advice being in the shape that I'm at. Oh, you need to do this and everything like that. And then it's like they'll look at me and laugh. So
It
it's like
just makes no sense.
it doesn't. I agree with you 100%. That is always the best to see some fat bastard trying to tell you, "Well, you got to eat healthy." It's like, dude, why don't you fucking put your chicken wings down, you fat fuck? And you're trying to tell me that I need to eat
Yep.
healthy.
And
You
then
know
the
what I'm
people
saying?
that listen to him are the ones that are literally downing bottles of fucking Tylenol,
Yeah.
very pregnant, just in
Yeah.
spite of like
Slipping into
that's
comas, like you
insane.
said.
How crazy is that? Like, we revolted against the COVID vaccine because like, at least us nurses and stuff, like, especially right when it first happened, like, me and Nicole talked about this, like, we were just like, "Hold the fuck up." Like, "N no.
Right.
This just, like, doesn't make any sense. This just doesn't make any sense at all."
Right.
You know what I mean? And then, my experience with the flu vaccine, I got a flu vaccine because it was required at a nursing job, then I got sick with the flu. So, like, the last thing I'm gonna do is take another vaccine. Just doesn't make any sense. But so that was our reason for revolting. I mean, it wasn't even revolting, it was just common sense. Our body, our choice. My body's choice is I'm not taking your fucking garbage vaccine. If you want to, hey, you want to load yourself with 85,000 boosters?
Yep.
Hey, my costume, you guys will see it on Halloween. It may sort of resemble that
Yeah.
with a bunch of,
Yeah.
a bunch of band-aids, but just saying, people that wanna do that, whatever, that if that's what you decide to do for your own body, if that's what you and your doctor decide is best for you, then take your doctor's advice or do your own research and think for yourself, I mean,
Yeah.
all the
Yep.
vaccine I mean, I don't know. It's really kinda
The
crazy, just all the vaccines they
Yeah, I
push
agree.
everybody.
I agree with you 100%. The only advice that I'm going to give right now is for everybody to click that affiliate link in the description and pick up some Scars and Stripes coffee. All right?
Yeah, there you
They're all
go.
about they're all about God, family, and country. We had Chad Watts on last Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic man, fantastic family. Okay, they're into what do you call it? A veteran entrepreneurship, and that's what his brand does. And when he was talking about last week he was talking about they've actually expanded and stuff. So great company, great coffee. Don't forget to pick up your Scars and Stripes and Discord fam. Sign up for the Discord. Let's make the next movie night, okay, coming up in October when Jonathan tells us when. That's when I will, what do you call it, start broadcasting it. Let's make it even bigger. It was such a great turnout
It
this
was.
last Saturday. It was fantastic. So let's make sure we do that, fam. uh let's make it even better. Let's make it even more fun, and we're continuing to grow this family, and that's just what it's all about.
Yeah.
And now, you know what, to take us out, I'm gonna, what do you call it, let's get into, again, I'm gonna piggyback on, we talked about ice in the beginning. Blondie came in and schooled us on some health stuff. This is something, by the way, we're going to continue to do on Wednesdays when Blondie's on here. I want to make sure we highlight her medical knowledge and highlight the fact that she's always bringing some good information to us for us to follow up on the research that she does. And she comes on here to give you guys. So that's just fantastic segment, Blondie. Totally appreciate you giving that out to us. It was pretty
Yeah.
freaking.
And if you guys ever have anything you want me to, like, specifically talk about, always let
Put
us
in the
know, and I
Discord.
can always kinda research it and,
Yeah, put it in the
try to
Discord.
figure out what's going on or try to answer some questions.
Guys, if you're on the Discord, throw it in the Discord. Blondie's
Yeah,
on the Discord too. She'll see it,
Queen
you
Blondie on
know?
Discord.
Yeah. So seriously, guys, definitely, I think that's a good idea, get people to throw stuff up, Tooth Fairy says, nice. Thank you, Blondie.
Yeah.
So Jonathan says he doesn't know what his schedule for October Prime looks like yet. So when he lets us know, that's when we'll figure it out, and that's when we'll go. Um, But before I get into this, well, actually, I'll get into that later because that's like towards the end of the show. So, fam, this is just a I mean, I can always make Blondie's corner. Yes, yes, that's a great idea. Blondie's corner on the Discord. Put that as a channel on the Discord. I
Oh,
think
that's a
that's
good idea.
fantastic. That's a great idea. Okay, and in Blondie's
Mhm.
corner, if there's anything that you want to check, she'll check it. She checks her socials and stuff like that. She checks ours. All right, put something in there, and Blondie will check it out, and then you might see your stuff up on the screen on a Wednesday when she's here.
Yeah. Yeah, that
So
sounds
I
like a
think
good
that's a
idea.
great idea, Jonathan. I think, yeah, Blondie's corner. I like that. Jonathan,
That's cute.
Jonathan is always on it, right? Like he's just forever on it.
Thanks, Jonathan. Jonathan is
he comes
awesome.
he comes up with shit like spot of the moment, like just like, oh, okay, why don't we just do this? All right, fam. So this is to piggyback on what we were talking about earlier with the authoritarian left. All right, this is what we got going now. Okay, this came out today. Trump to sign executive order dismantling domestic terrorism networks. President Donald Trump revealed that he will sign an executive order to dismantle left wing domestic terrorism networks after a man shot at a U.S. Immigration and Custom Enforcement facility in Dallas with anti ICE writings on the shell casings. In a post on True Social, Trump explained that he had been briefed on the deadly shooting at the ICE field office located in Dallas, Texas. Trump highlighted how the men and women working at ICE were just trying to do their jobs and noted that they are facing an unprecedented increase in threats, violence, and attacks by deranged radical leftists, mainly because the dipshits on the left, including the politicians, have been calling for it. Like what Blondie and I were talking about earlier. So we have already declared Antifa a terrorist organization, and I'll be signing an executive order this week to dismantle these domestic terrorism networks, Trump said. I'm calling on all Democrats to stop this rhetoric against ICE and America's law enforcement right now. They're not going to listen, unfortunately. Trump administration is fully committed to backing law enforcement, strong borders, securing our homeland, deporting violent illegal criminals, and fully rooting out the left-wing domestic terrorism that is terrorizing our country, Trump added. Uh, yeah, this is something that's long overdue. We're only in the first year, guys. We're still in the first year of his, what do you call it? His presidency. So, it's good to see that this is going to happen. I want it to move faster. It needs to move faster, because this shit needs to stop. And just follow the money. That's all you got to do is just follow the money, right? And just start bringing people up on RICO charges and all kinds of shit and inciting the violence. And we got to stop being afraid of going after politicians because they're politicians, right? Like they're royalty or some shit. They're not. They're American
Yeah.
citizens just like us. Okay. And when they're out there inciting violence, hem their asses up too. That's the
Yeah.
only way this shit stops, right? They used the law on us every time they had when they were in charge. Do
And
the
we
same
haven't
shit.
used it. We haven't used it at all. Like we haven't done
Yeah.
anything. It's just crazy. Did you see that Comey is about they were saying he's about
Oh, I had
possibly
that
getting
up too.
indicted? Yeah.
I had that up too. I'm glad you brought that up. You
Because
know
I was
what?
reading
Let's
about it
let's
and I was like, well, it
let's
says
get into
possibly.
that.
Like, what is that? Are they just fucking trying to get our hopes up over here? Like,
Yeah,
what,
I know. Let's get into that. It's funny that you said that. I had that article up. Blondie, shit. Listen,
I'm
great
psychic.
minds think great things, great minds think alike. uh Major breaking: James Comey to be indicted in the coming days. According to MSNBC, former FBI Director James Comey is expected to be indicted in the Eastern District of Virginia in the next few days. Comey will reportedly be charged for lying to Congress in a 2020 testimony about whether he authorized leaks to the media. President Trump last week fired Eric Siebert as the U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of Virginia because he refused to bring charges against Letitia James, Comey, Schiff, and others. On Saturday evening, President Trump announced that he had appointed Lindsay Halligan as U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of Virginia. Lindsay Halligan served as one of President Trump's personal lawyers during the unconstitutional raid on his Mar-a-Lago residence. Per MSLSD, reporter Ken Dilanian, former FBI Director James Comey for years, the target of President Trump's ire, they figured they put that in there, is expected to be indicted in the coming days in the Eastern District of Virginia, where a prosecutor who opposed bringing the case was recently fired. Three sources familiar with the matter told NBC. I think that's fantastic. I'll believe it when I see it because that's where I'm
Right?
at with this shit. All right.
Oh, hi,
You know,
Travis.
what is going on, Travis? It's good to see you, brother.
Yeah, there's been a lot of things going on. And then remember what I sent you yesterday about the whole Google thing admitting that the Biden
Yes.
administration.
I was on McKenna Blackman's show yesterday,
Oh, okay.
because like she couldn't do her show. She couldn't do her show on Monday, and she asked me to jump on her show with her because her partner couldn't do Tuesday. So we actually talked about that, and that's great. It's a great way, right? Again, I'm gonna believe it when I see it, but according
Right.
to what Google's testimony in Congress was that they were told by the Biden administration, okay, all right, to go after conservative speech and conservative channels that were saying anything about COVID, anything about J6, anything about the election fraud, anything, all right? And they all got freaking tossed. And again, Google did it because Google's gonna do it because they're run by leftists, all right? So,
Right.
they're crying a fucking river now and stuff like that because they were brought to task, and now they're admitting it that they did it. And they're saying that they're gonna bring back all these conservative channels and reinstate them and stuff like that. We will see. It remains to be seen because they've had us on ice for a very long time. Uh, and other, not just me, other conservative speaking people and stuff like that. They've had us all on ice, right? So they make sure that they suppress. And the algorithm, of course, doesn't help that we only have like 180 freaking followers on YouTube, but I should have more on YouTube. It's mainly because of the suppression that
Yeah, for sure.
it it,
And we know it we
it
know it's a real thing. I mean, I
yeah,
just, we know it's still happening. I was just
yeah,
banned a month ago. Like, just, it sucks. But
yeah,
then, also then we have what's going on in California, right? I mean, we have Gavin Newsom talking about free speech, but he has a bill on his
yeah,
desk, was that SB 771 or something, where
yeah,
if they deem if the so if you post something to Instagram or wherever saying and it's a hate and they consider it hateful speech,
yep,
they will try to fine Instagram or whatever platform up to $1 million if they don't
yep.
remove it. So like,
And they did that. They did that. Okay, I'm glad you brought that up. They did that. Okay, like while everybody was paying attention to what happened to Charlie Kirk.
yeah.
They slid that in there, all right? Like nobody knew what was going on. They did that like immediately, right? While everybody was paying attention to the assassination of Charlie Kirk, they slid that shit in there and he signed it.
And a lot
They're
of
they're
it has to
amazing.
do with Spencer Pratt, who has been digging into all the Palisade the
Palisade
fires in the
fires. Yep.
Palisades and everything.
Yep.
And the senator that he got into it with online is having this as the guy that's behind it. So
Right.
I mean, it's just crazy. It's
Yeah.
fucking I mean,
It's
if that's not an infringement of free speech, I don't know what is, you know? It's just
100%.
nuts.
Yeah.
The
They're
hypocrisy
absolutely.
is just
It's
unreal.
amazing, right? It's absolutely amazing how they just like they just suck donkey dick over there. Fucking hate them, like with a passion.
They do everywhere. Like, there was this nurse I just saw. She's like, "If I find out you're a patient of mine and you're MAGA, I'm gonna let you die." Well,
Yeah.
I'm trying to get this bitch she was licensed in Kentucky, so I've been licensed
Good.
there, so I know exactly the portals to go around and do to make complaints and shit, but
Right.
as a nurse that worked in Kentucky, that is
It's
fucking
sick.
disturbing as shit. Like,
It's sick.
what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I
It's
just can't
sickening.
with
Think
people,
about how
man.
sickening it is.
These people need to lose, and then they're like, "Why should I lose my job?"
Right.
Really? I lost my job because I didn't wanna take a shot. You think you're gonna keep your job as a nurse, saying you're gonna want somebody to die? And I'm like and not only that, I made a complaint with the Joint Commission, which is the state surveyors, which I'm gonna have them do an actual internal investigation because she could have fucking already killed people.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. That's
people
good.
wanna fucking fuck around,
Yeah,
I'm really not the
it's
one
called
to
it's
find
not
out
cancel
with
culture, it's called consequence culture. So Jonathan said that
exactly.
he made you a channel. It just
Yay.
mean he says it just means you have to be more active on Discord. Wink wink,
Okay.
nudge nudge.
That was a good way to get me back on there more.
uh so Blondie's Corner will have, put your stuff in there, your questions for her, and she'll do the research and she'll probably, now that she has her own channel, she'll probably drop stuff in there as well and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, I'll drop if articles I find or different things, I'll always drop stuff in there because 'cause I'm always kinda just looking at that kinda stuff just to see what's
Yeah.
going on.
Thanks, Tooth Fairy. Thanks for coming by. We
Yeah,
have
thank
actually a
you.
good lineup on Friday. We got Truthful Reese is going to be with me and Scott on Friday. Come back and hang with us. Definitely, we have a good show. We got a lot of. But you realize, by the way, we're already booked for October, right?
Really? Wow.
Yeah, we're
I know
already
we're
booked
I
October.
know it's busy. I know we've got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, we got. It's
The
amazing.
one-year
We have.
anniversary show, then the
Yeah, we
Halloween,
got the
all that.
anniversary show. Um, we got it's just amazing. Like people wanted to come on. We have Truthful Reese coming on Friday. We have Peyton Jackson coming back to hang with us.
Cool.
You know, and she's running for her election is next year, but she's campaigning and stuff. She wanted to come back and hang with us. She's coming on
Okay.
Monday. Um, Next Wednesday will be what do you call it? Will be the major will be back next Wednesday. And then next Friday, all right, we have Samantha Lorenz, who, if you remember her sister Lexi Lorenz was the one that got they wouldn't do her procedure in California and they shot her up with 3 vaccines. I think it was meningitis. I want to say influenza. For the life of me, I can't remember what the last one is. If you remember, it almost killed her. She had like an adverse reaction to all 3 of them,
I
and
don't
it
think I
almost
even
killed
know
her.
about that.
Yeah, she's gonna be on next Friday to tell her sister's story. Her sister's not doing well right now. So for that day, guys, I will have when she's on, I will have the Give Send Go in the both chats at the top pinned. So you guys can take a look at it and help her sister if you feel like you want to, stuff like that. But yeah, so it's just and then let me see. Yeah, and then it just keeps going. Like we just have like here, let me bring up the schedule. And I actually have to add somebody from the 24th was the only day that we didn't have anybody. Um and I filled that today and I actually haven't added them onto the freaking schedule yet.
I can't believe it's, like, October already.
I know, right?
How?
Isn't that insane?
I'm
That we're
so
already in
confused.
so yeah, that we're already in October. It's just insane. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's freaking ridiculous.
It
Yeah,
is.
we got all right, so yeah, Samantha Lorenz, and then on the 6th we have April Silverman, Callie Maga Barbie. She's coming on. Um she's got a pretty big account on Instagram. She said she's okay to come chill with us. Then we got Ramses Frias, who's running for New York City Council District 25. It's just crazy. Every single day is taken up, and I have to add that when we're done
Nice.
today. I got to add the 24th. Athena Clark is the last politician that we have right before the election in New York City. She's running, I forgot what district she's running for in New York, but she actually got fired because she refused to take the COVID vaccine. So that's one of the reasons why she's running, is because there's a whole bunch of city workers. If you remember, I mean, you paid attention to all of that. That got fired,
Right.
and none of them have been rehired.
Yeah.
You know, so
I know
it's
the
great.
liberals love to forget about that. It's like none of it ever happened, and
They got
I've had
they
them
got
tell me,
selective
"How
memory.
dare you make it about you?" And I'm like, but it is about me. So you're
Yeah.
going to be reminded that I lost my job. Like not only did I lose my job, I couldn't even get unemployment, which we know
Right.
now that's because, made up little kids were getting unemployment. I mean, I don't even know. It's just
I still
insane
haven't. But
the
speaking
fucking
of
fraud that
unemployment,
happened
I
during that
still have
time.
this. The state of New York has still not given me my unemployment when I was unemployed.
Thank you. Exactly.
I know I'm never gonna see it. Okay, but I just want to let you know, because we talked about it back then when I was unemployed. I still have not
Yeah.
received 1 cent from the state of New York. Okay, for unemployment when I got laid off.
Yep. That's
Fucking
how it
rat
works.
bastards. They just he's in another state, so fuck him.
Yeah, pretty
So
much.
fuckers, man. Yeah. So I don't. Again, I know I'm never gonna see that, so I'm not even worried about it.
Yeah.
Just like I ain't even gonna think about it. Uh, what you got going on, Blondie, on the way out?
Um, Not much. I don't know. I'm glad I kind of got to go over the study and kind of I know that was a lot that I kind of threw
I
on you
think it was
guys, but
fantastic.
okay, good. I just really wanted to kind of,
No,
because
no,
I think it's a
no.
lot of different
You broke it
factors.
down fantastically. You broke it down for in layman's terms for people to understand it. I think you did a fantastic job relaying
Awesome.
that
Okay.
information.
Sometimes I could just get a little like I can really
No,
go
no,
into
not at
it. So
all.
I just wanted to
No, not at all. I think you broke it down perfectly, okay, and so that people can understand what it is that you were trying to explain.
cool.
Plus, come on, we got a pretty intelligent,
Oh yeah.
our followers they're all freaking smart and stuff like that, so they knew what you were talking about.
But yeah, I don't know, just hopefully it just I mean, I don't know, it's like every day we wake up and there's a new shooting or a new thing. Like it seems like
Yeah,
it's almost every 3 days now there's something happening. It's
it's,
just I
it's
don't know, just stay
fucking
safe out there
bananas. I know.
everybody and just be vigilant, keep your head on a swivel, just, I don't know,
It's just
stay
it's
safe.
freaking bananas.
It
It's
is. Don't give
absolutely.
these people any time, don't even give them any sort of way to argue with them. I don't even interact with them.
Yeah.
I really could fucking care less. So
Down says, because I told them we're all smart. The viewers down says, "Hey Red, I'm mildly retarded. It's okay." Fucking down. I'll be hanging with Down on bourbon and beer on Friday night on Yankee Freeze channel after our show. Down's a good dude. Very,
Yeah.
very good dude. Fucking Down, stupid, mildly retarded.
Oh,
uh,
thank you, cowgirl. That was nice.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. Just it's crazy all the shit that's going on. Uh, like you said, head on a swivel, guys. Watch each other six. Again, don't go out looking for it because they want you
Right.
to. With that said, that doesn't mean that you don't have the right to protect yourself at all times. You must protect yourself and your family and your loved ones at all times. No
Right.
ifs, ands about that. Know the laws in your state for concealed carry and everything like that, and do what it is that you need to do to protect yourselves because these motherfuckers, they're trying to take us out. They're literally doing it, okay? Except for the dipshit in Dallas who shot at ICE agents and didn't even fucking hit anybody on ICE. He killed some detainees. The same people he's supposed to be
Yeah.
freeing. Dumbass.
It's and the fact that MSNBC was like, it's got anti-fact, it's got anti-ICE, and that means they're a right-wing Nazi. It's like, what
Right
the
away,
fuck are
right? Like
you
this.
talking about?
I know
You
there's a
people are
reason
like,
why I
I
call
mean,
them.
oh my
There is a
gosh.
reason, Blondie, why I call them MSLSD.
Yeah.
Okay, because they're fucking always high over there, right? They're always high over there. Okay, it's
Yeah.
just they are the worst. They just can't stop lying. They just got
I
to lie.
know.
Anytime one of
it's
these
so
things pops
gross.
off, oh, the right wing fascists. Okay, no, you dipshits. And then it comes out 2 seconds later after they finish saying that, it comes out that it was just some dipshit from the authoritarian left. It's they are the
And
freaking
then,
worst.
like, Jimmy Kimmel, I kept seeing clips, and I'm like, "Stop giving this dude fucking attention. Just don't give him any like, don't watch it. Don't get who gives a I never
Yeah,
watched him every day of my life. I'll never watch him."
yeah.
But the
Let me go
clips I
watch this
saw,
show.
he never apologized. He said, you guys thought I was making fun of it." No, he never made fun of it. He blatantly came out and said,
And
"MAGA
lied.
killed Charlie Kirk." He lied.
Yeah,
So that's
he
not
lied.
making fun of it, and you deserve to be deplatformed because you're a fucking liar and you're inciting more
Yeah,
violence.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I
But
mean? Like,
according
it's
to the
these people
rules,
are fucking
uh,
insane.
yeah, according to the rules from the FCC, okay,
Yeah,
you're not allowed to go on the air no matter where you are. Doesn't matter what freaking station you belong to, whether it's live on TV or on a radio station. You're not allowed
right.
to go on there and deliberately lie about something. Okay,
Exactly.
and if you lie, if you can make a mistake, right? But you need to retract it. And if you don't
Right.
retract it, okay, you're supposed to fucking pay a penalty. So,
And he
but
didn't
anyway,
never
the whole
apologize. He
yeah, he
pretended
didn't.
to
He had
cry like a little like, it was
crocodile
so
tears
gross
and
to
all this
watch.
other bullshit with the acting and everything.
It was terrible.
Listen, the whole thing with Jimmy Kimmel, believe it or not, had absolutely nothing to do with Charlie Kirk. His show was already tanking.
Oh, I know.
They lost a
Yeah.
shit ton of ad revenue and stuff like that. They were looking for a reason to pull him off the air, right? And then
Right.
what did they do? They caved to the mob. So whatever. He'll get his ratings will go up briefly for like a month, we'll say, and then they're gonna plummet. They're gonna
But,
absolutely
he's
plummet.
only right now, but next what is it? The Sinclair and the Nexstar or whatever, he's only on
Next star,
half of the affiliate Nexstar.
yes.
He's only on half of the affiliates.
Next and then what was the
Yeah.
other one? I think you said
Sinclair.
Sinclair. Yes,
Sinclair
they
is,
both won't
yeah,
air
one
him.
of the bigger ones.
They won't air
So
him.
really only where it's being shown right now is so like in Baltimore and all those areas and then like California. So
Right. Probably
but
up
what
in
I
New
was
York somewhere.
thinking, maybe they brought him back obviously because they were shot up was probably one of
Right.
the bigger reasons.
They were
You
terrified,
know,
but they caved to the mob. Is what they did.
but now where it's being shown, I'm sure all the liberals that live there are probably watching him. And now he's like the
Right.
martyr for free speech for, so but I just hope it doesn't I don't know, he just needs to fuck off, and I don't
Yeah.
know.
Fuck
If
all the
they
way
need to give
off.
the show to a Republican, like, maybe they should give it to Tucker Carlson. How funny would that be?
Yeah, yeah. Listen, Greg Gutfeld is killing it on Fox. Okay, his late night show is absolutely destroying every other late night show, because they actually talk about real things. They actually have jokes. There is some funny stuff that goes on there and stuff. I've never only watched it a couple of times. A few
I've never
times I
watched
watched
it.
it, I thought it was yeah. I only watched it a couple of times. I'm never really up at that time anyway because I try to get to bed. I mean, I am
Right,
up, but like I try to get to sleep. So like,
right.
uh you know, I try to get at least 8 hours of sleep and whatnot. It's tough to do sometimes,
Yeah.
really tough. Um, wow, wow, fam, what a great show! What a great show!
Yeah, that's a good show. Lot to go
We will
over.
continue, okay, to bring Blondie back to give you guys some education. Now she has her own channel on the Discord, so she's
Mhm.
obligated
Yes,
to
obligated.
to to be more active on the Discord. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. In the words of Jonathan. But I thought that was a fantastic idea, Jonathan. What you did, giving her
Yeah, that is a good
a
idea.
channel. I think that was awesome, uh, and stuff like that. That was pretty cool. Uh, yeah, Jonathan says he barely watches modern TV anymore. The stuff from the late '50s to the early 2000s is way better. I agree,
Oh,
100%,
yeah,
man.
for sure.
I don't watch any modern TV at all. Uh,
Mhm.
although I am watching the freaking prequel to The Terminal List on Prime right now. What the hell's the name of that freaking thing? I watched the first 3 episodes a couple of weeks ago when it dropped, and I haven't watched it since because I'm letting it add up to the last episode. That way, I could just marathon it in one weekend
Right.
and not have to on a day and not have to worry about it. It's absolutely fantastic. Um,
Cool.
it's just great. That's like the only thing that I'm watching. That's the only thing I have is Prime, only because I have Amazon Prime to order shit, so that
Right.
that comes with that membership and stuff like that. But they actually have some good anime on there and whatnot too that I was thoroughly surprised about. I've been finding they're really, they have some garbage shows. They ruined Lord of the Rings. They ruined The Boys. The Boys comics, the graphic novels were fucking 100 times better than the shit they put out. Story's not even the same. But they have some good shows on there too. Like I said, Terminal List shows are really fantastic. I like the Harry Bosch shows. I know some people don't, but I like them because I've read a lot of Harry Bosch books and stuff like that. And they changed the stories up a little bit, but they were pretty good. Um, but they have some good anime on there. I was thoroughly surprised. Very, very surprised. Anyway, fam, we are about to call it. We will go out together here. I'm going to keep Blondie on the screen so you guys can continue to look at her beautiful face and not mine.
Oh, we're both
uh,
beautiful. We're adorable.
well, thank you, Blondie. I appreciate that. It's good to hear. I'm trying. I'm trying. I gotta at least have a dad bod by next summer so I could go to the beach and not look like a fucking land whale.
Oh, jeez. Well, keep up the good work. I mean, you said you've lost 100 pounds and you're doing CrossFit, so you're on the right track.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, there's some other shit that I want to do. I'll talk about it with you,
Yeah.
off air and stuff like that. Some competitions that I'm looking to get into. Not next year, but probably in 2 years.
Cool.
Yes, Cowgirl. The 70s, 80s, 90s TV shows are way better. So just to give you guys a heads up once again, don't forget to sign up for the Discord fam. Uh, we had a fantastic movie night. We just had a really good turnout. We want to keep that growing and keep that getting better. Uh, Jonathan has a brand new server where he's showing the movies from, so like it was crystal clear. The sound was absolutely fantastic and whatnot. And it came, we didn't have any issues and whatnot. It was freaking fantastic. So once again, Jonathan, thank you for putting on a fantastic movie night. It was really, really great. Um, thanks, Nina. I appreciate it, honey. Just as I'm doing great, give yourself credit. Uh, oh, through bridge. Oh God. Jonathan says, Eric, I got bad news. The left through bridge, which is the new term for DEI, okay, is going to start targeting anime. Yeah, I don't think the
Yes.
Japanese are gonna fucking capitulate to that. Or the Koreans with the manhwa. They're gonna tell them to go fuck themselves. They could try. I would imagine anything that American anime, right? Like, because there are some anime shows that are actually American made. They probably I think the Japanese are gonna tell them to go fuck themselves. Because the Japanese they've done a whole bunch of shit with anime. They got everything. You can find absolutely anything, any genre of anime with their shit, from romance to the creepiest shit that you don't want to watch because I'm not into that creepy shit. I like the isekai stuff of people who like they end up dying in the real world and going into like a magical world, being fucking absolutely OP and crushing shit. Um, you said it's going to be through the localizers. Yeah, I guess you can do that. I don't know. I don't foresee. Well, who knows? You know what, Jonathan? You never know, man. Right? Like this shit is all over the place, and DEI shit. Now it's called Bridge. They will fuck everything up. Travis, thanks for hanging out with us. Have a good night.
Good night,
It's always good
Travis.
to see you, brother. So, all right, let me finally get us out of here. So it's just hard because we've been having a good conversation.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm
uh,
I'm like so tired right now. I'm like about to
Yeah,
fall
I'm
asleep.
smoked right now. Like I said, I absolutely got crushed in my workout today. So like I'm actually gonna freaking when I hit it, I'm gonna hit it when I get off here. Um, so again, fam, Friday night we have Truthful Reese. Saturday, the Salty Dog Show with me and the real Tomly Boos and Blondie there freaking modding for us and whatnot. She's been
Yep.
modding on Saturdays, hanging out with us and whatnot. So make sure you come hang with us on Saturday too, 6 p.m. Eastern. That would be what is that? 3 p.m. Pacific. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, 3 p.m. Bro,
Yeah.
even
3
Nina just been
hours.
showing up on. She's been hanging with us on on
Yeah.
Saturday. She comes to hang with us. Uh, Nina's like our ride or die. Like she's with us every single show.
She is.
Cowgirl's
Nina's
been coming.
awesome.
Yeah, Cowgirl has been hanging with us now like every single show. Like she's gotten more time. She's been hanging with
Yep.
us and whatnot. So we're starting to see more and more people just every single show with us. So it's pretty cool. It's good to see. We
It is.
absolutely appreciate it very, very much. Next Monday, we have Peyton Jackson, who's running for Texas 33, I believe, House District, Texas 33. She will be back. She wanted to hang with us next Wednesday. Brig in the Major, Major Polito will be back. Should be back. If not, we'll figure it out. And then next Friday, we have Samantha Lorenz, who will be telling her sister's story, Lexi Lorenz. Um, Rogue Nina says, I made one, missed one. Got to remember Saturday. That's all right. Don't worry about it. It's all good. Um, you're here with us all the time, Nina. If you miss a freaking show, nobody's gonna complain. Trust me. Uh, so yeah, so that's what we got going. We are completely booked in the month of October. We got some good episodes coming up, not only with our guests, but we have our 1 year anniversary on October 20th. So you're going to want to come and hang with us that day. And we're going to have a Halloween special too. So that is going to be an absolute fucking train wreck of a show. And I'm here for it. And I love it because it's just going to be crazy. Everybody who's coming on the panel is going to have to dress up. Okay, myself included. I still don't know what the hell I'm gonna do. I gotta figure this shit out. I saw Blondie's is gonna be absolutely hysterical. You guys are gonna fucking laugh your asses off when you see
That's gonna
Blondie's
be great.
uh, costume. It's absolutely terrific. I can't wait. I can't wait to see it in real time. It's gonna be. I'm gonna
Yeah, I
laugh
think I have to add
hysterically.
some stuff to it now,
Uh,
actually, thinking about
let's see.
it.
Yes, actually, I'm glad you brought that up, Nina. We should absolutely rate because we get rated all the time. That is the right thing to do. Let's see. Let me check who's on
True,
right now.
true.
Actually, Devilishly Angelic is on. She's actually not actually on air. Okay. But actually, let me check. Let me see. Yeah. But they got a crew going on over there. So they got a panel going on. She's not on air tonight. Yankee Free took over. Her husband took over for her tonight. She asked him to fill in, and he's got like a whole panel going on. There's Just Gina's over there, Ashelon's over there. So they got a good, they probably got some good combo going over there. So what we will do, we will absolutely, okay, raid their show. So let me start setting that up. Then I will wish us all a good night. Um, and you guys don't have to stay when we raid. You just say what's up and whatnot, and let them know that you're spreading the love. But yeah, he turned it into. She's usually done by now. He turned it into one of his own shows. Fucking yeah, I'm gonna give him so much shit on Friday. It's like she told him to fill in, and he turned it into one of his own shows. It's fucking awesome. I love them. Anyway, fam, one more. Go ahead, Blondie. Wish them all a good night, and then I'll say the same thing.
Yeah, have a good night, everybody, and yeah, I'll be tuned in probably Friday and Saturday, so come hang out, and we appreciate everybody always tuning in and just helping us grow. It's always great to
Absolutely.
see. So, good night, everybody.
Absolutely. Yeah. We're Neuro, we're gonna raid Devilishly Angelic and whatnot. So
Yeah,
everybody
good
saying good night.
idea.
So remember, fam, I am the big red one guy, can't even speak. Signing off. And remember that together and only together can we break the machine. God bless you all. God bless America. And we will see you all on Friday night. Have a good night, fam. And let's get this party started with the raid. And here we go. Countdown. Alrighty. There you go, fam. Get those sirens going and whatnot. All right, fam. Have a good night.